just going to go through some of your photos.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
So first of all, if you don't necessarily have to introduce yourself. Is there anything you want to say?
I'm happy I did this.
Yeah.
That's about the biggest
That's
thing.
a great thing to say. Okay. So tell me a little bit about the history of your teeth, right?
So basically, my teeth have caused me problems since I was a kid. They are just constantly, no matter what I did, what I tried, go to the dentist all the time, it always was worse. Every time I ever went to the dentist, oh, you have 12 cavities. I was just here 3 months ago. Oh, you got 12 more. And it was like that for my entire life.
Yeah, totally. And it was kind of crazy because when you came, do you remember, you can kind of see it on this photo.
Oh, yeah. I had braces on for 5 years. Yeah.
So braces for 5 years,
Yep.
right?
5 years.
I remember when we took off that initial wire,
Yep.
right, for braces, there were pieces of teeth that came out.
Oh, yeah. I had 3 teeth fall out when we pulled the braces.
Yep. So it's just kind of a crazy situation where you tried as hard as you could.
Oh, yeah. I tried everything.
Right? All the fillings.
Yep.
Let's do braces.
Yep.
Like, I want to keep my natural teeth as long as possible.
Yep.
And you did everything along the way to be able to do that.
Exactly.
Right? So when did you finally realize that, you had some pretty big limitations?
When I went in for the 5-year checkup with my braces, and they were like, oh, well, it looks like we got to go longer and we're going to need to do dental work and all this other stuff. And it just kept going. It never stopped.
Right.
It was supposed to be 2 years, then it was 3 years, then it was 5 years, and then it was over.
Right. Okay, so this is just like your x-rays.
Yep.
It just looks cool, right?
It does.
Anyway, so do you know what your treatment overall ended up being? How many implants did you get?
12 implants total, which
Yeah.
I'm actually happy for. I'm glad I would expect I'm younger than most of the patients. The back 2 were really nice to have, the angled ones in the back.
Right.
I can definitely feel when I'm chewing. That makes a difference.
Perfect. Yeah. So, and it is important. You're right. So our goal is to always have what we call a zero cantilever,
Right.
which basically means that you are supported on every single tooth all across your entire arch. And it doesn't matter if you're young or if you're old. More than 4 implants, which is what a traditional all-on-4 means, is 4. I feel like that's better for you.
I was worried when I started doing the research originally that 4 wasn't going to be enough to last 40, 50 years.
Yeah, for sure. So, yep. And we we talked about this. Like, we hope this lasts 50 years. This surgery hasn't even been around
Right.
for 50 years, so it's hard for us to say that.
Oh, I've watched it for the past 15 years probably.
Yeah.
Watching it progress, and I think it finally got to that point where I was, okay, yeah, this would work.
Yeah, and I think we are there, so that's really great. Okay, tell a little bit about the practice. Like, do you remember your first visit? Do you remember how you felt?
Nervous as hell, thinking, oh boy, I'm ready to do this, but am I ready to actually do this? Showing up the first time and realizing how damaged my teeth really were, because nobody really, they all would just give me, oh, well, you still got to keep doing some stuff. You got to do this. You got to brush better. You got to do this. I'm like, I am doing everything exactly how you say, and it's not getting any better. So as soon as I got it checked out here and realized how bad it was, I was sold. I was ready to do it.
Yeah, perfect. And I remember that. It was kind of like it's going to happen type
Yep.
of thing. Okay. How do you think your experience was overall?
Overall, it was good. I mean, doing this for so long and going to dentists and everything, you start to build up I don't really like dentists, but it was really the fact that the problems never were resolved, which is nice to know now that I don't have any of those problems anymore. Every time I come in here, they say, great, you've been keeping them super clean, good job. Every time I'd ever go anywhere else, they'd be like, well, you got to do better. You got to do better. There's only so much I could do.
Yeah, totally. I know exactly what you're talking about. So, to talk about today, how do you feel today?
Today I feel good, confident.
Yeah.
It was definite. I remember the first time I walked out of here with a new set of teeth in, I couldn't stop smiling. It's just all day long, smile, smile, smile. People would come into my business, and I would just greet them with a big old smile, and it made it feel so much better. It's been 20 years since I've done that.
Perfect. Do you want to talk about your business a little bit? Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, I run an auto shop up in McCall, Idaho, a small town. Extremely busy, a rough area on cars, and I've been in the auto industry my entire life. Moved up here, didn't want to live in Cascade, so I decided to open my own business, and it's been fantastic. I'm so glad I was able to do it.
Yeah, so I got to visit McCall for the first time, like walk down Main Street and
Right.
stuff, and I got a milkshake
Oh yeah, at the corner place.
at the corner, and
Yeah.
they let me do a raspberry Oreo milkshake.
Oh yeah, no, I love
It was
McCall.
McCall was great. It was really beautiful.
Yeah, I came from California. My family or my dad worked for the state of California up there. But as soon as I got out of college, I knew I wanted out. And I moved straight up there. Actually came to visit and just never left. Sent for my stuff. Said I'm not going back.
That's perfect. Okay. Biggest takeaway, just in like 30 seconds. You know,
Biggest takeaway.
Why should somebody consider doing this?
It's life changing. I don't know why you wouldn't consider doing this. If you're in the same position I was, where it was just nonstop dentist for the last 20 years, spending 15, 20 grand every 10 years to redo it, and braces twice, both times for over 3 years. Best decision I ever made.
Awesome.